I can't remember exactly when it was. A few videos back, I said something about grabbing whatever you have in your pantry to throw something together, and I had ponzu. And someone in the comments said, I'd never even heard of ponzu. I don't have that in my cabinet. So let me say that with a grain of salt. On this one, hopefully you have some of these things in your pantry or in your refrigerator, actually just refrigerator only, except for the lobster. I was at the grocery store this morning and I just saw these beautiful, lovely crustaceans. Couldn't help myself. So today I'm gonna show you guys a very, very simple way to do lobster on your griddle. Lobster cooks really, really fast, so we want to get started with our salsa. It's basically like a little pineapple pico of sorts. Now you can get a fresh pineapple if you want to. I got one that just is already kind of half prepared for us. We want to get that into nice, tiny pieces. I mean, very small, delicate dice. We want small little bites. We don't overpower the lobster. We're gonna do the same.
Using pre-cut seems to be like a CJ thing.
It's not pre-cut, it's pre-peeled.
Well, I do
Let's
see
just
some
be
lines
fair.
that are cut here.
No lines. No lines. Can't see the lines, can you, Russ? Wrong show. Go watch CJ's show for that. I'm gonna do the same thing to a bit of red onion, a nice small dice. Kind of, we wanna match that size of the pineapple, even just a little bit smaller is okay. I've got some fresh garlic, mince that up nice and small. Nobody wants a giant punch of fresh garlic in the face. We want it to evenly distribute and be well balanced in our salsa. I've also got some red jalapeno. Now the red jalapeno is nice. The heat isn't different, but the sweetness is. Essentially it turns red the longer it stays on the vine. I happen to grow my own. This knobby little beauty is...
It looks angry.
It does look angry. Those striations, those lines, usually indicates the amount of capsaicin, the heat. There's the nerd moment.
Scoville unit.
Leave it in.
Hey.
He knows Scoville.
Well, what can I say?
Yeah. We're gonna mince that up nice and small. Again, we don't want a giant punch of heat. We want it to be nice and evenly balanced throughout. Let's also grab a bit of lime juice, throw that in there, squeeze, I would say a whole lime, maybe more if you're feeling saucy. I do love that lime flavor. And the last little bit we want here is some cilantro, fresh cilantro, a nice rough chop. Now to that we're gonna add just a bit of salt and pepper and a touch of olive oil, mix that all together and let it sit, let it rest. If you really wanted to, you could do this the night before or an hour before. We just wanna give that a chance to marry, all those flavors to marinate together. Doesn't get much easier than that. All right, let's talk about lobster. Again, dang it, CJ, wrong show. Wrong show. All right, these gorgeous little creatures. I'm so excited about this. CJ, will you even try lobster? You've had lobster in the past.
Yeah, I'll try it.
And you liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think you like that you liked it.
I don't like that.
So weird. So weird.
But it does smell really fishy out here, so I don't know if I can do it.
No, it
today.
smells like fish, and I'm excited about that. So now I've got two beautiful little lobster tails here. Now these are fairly small, which is okay. If you want to serve this as a main course or as an appetizer, I guess that really depends on what size you want to get. We're gonna take our knife, we're gonna go right down the center, and we're gonna cut these babies in half. So give it some pressure, watch your fingers. We're gonna go right down the middle. So what we're left with is a decent amount of surface area here. If you get little bits of shell, just get rid of that. A decent bit of surface area here to get some beautiful texture. Let's do it again a second time. On this little guy, again, watch your fingers. You can use scissors or shears if you want to. I didn't feel like making a walk of shame. I'm going to get any. So this will do just fine.
Oh, of course. How convenient.
All right, beautiful. All right, so what we're left with is that. Stunning. Gorgeous. You know, there's like, I was in the grocery store. I wasn't planning on doing lobster today. We actually had a great video that came out recently. Someone was asking us questions. How do we come up with recipes for our shows? And when I'm walking through the grocery store and I go, I want that, I want that. Today, I saw some beautiful lobster and said, I want that. But I also saw something else, CJ. I saw something else that got me really, really excited. So before we proceed with the lobster, I want to talk about monkfish. Monkfish is fairly difficult to find, which is one of the reasons why I got so excited about it. Now, they actually refer to this as poor man's lobster because of the texture. If you just Google, after you're done watching this, Google monkfish. They're kind of terrifying. They're one of the scary,
hideous, bro.
scary looking fish. However, the flesh is unbelievable. It's really firm, which means we can be more aggressive with it. You can treat it like a steak. You could treat it like chicken. You can go like Fast and Furious with this thing, which is why I'm really excited about it. So I want to start with this one first because it's going to take a little longer to cook. I'm stumbling over my words. I've got some of my Blackstone blackened seasoning. We're going to blacken this baby. Look at that already. Already we're winning.
Because it looks less like fish and a little more like steak.
You know what? Think of it like steak. Think of it like chicken.
I cannot unsmell what I've smelled.
It smells fantastic. We got a chance to hang out with my good buddy Chef Norman Van Aken down in Miami, and we went to this stunning fish market. It was one of the nicest fish markets I've ever been into.
It reeked.
It smelled like the ocean. And that's something you should remember. Like if you're cooking with fish, it should smell like the ocean. It shouldn't smell fishy, it should smell like fish. In CJ's case, if you don't like fish, then, you know.
You're out of luck.
Eat some chicken nuggets. All right, so I've got my griddle. Let's go medium high. Let's go with just a bit of olive oil. Now we're gonna be using butter too, but you're familiar with smoke points, right? Like certain things will start to burn and become acrid at a certain temperature. Butter has a very low smoke point, while olive oil has a much higher smoke point than butter. So we're gonna mix the two together. So I got my oil first, and I've got some unsalted butter. Decent amount of that. Oh, feel good, feel good. The moment I've all been waiting for, our stunning monkfish right in that oil and butter. All right, let's let that cruise for just a bit. Oh, look at it. Just tightening up, contracting. Come on. That, my friends, like this is one of those moments. Like if you are at the grocery store, you're at a farmer's market, wherever you may be, and you see something, change your plans. Change your plans. So, so good. All right, I feel like I'm gonna give this about 60 seconds. Then we're gonna go on with our lobster. I'm just gonna do just a bit of salt and pepper over the surface of those cut lobsters. And we're gonna pop that right down in the butter oil combo and let those start cooking. Now this won't take a ton of time, which makes this a very quick cook, but it's definitely going to impress. It sounds like we're there. Can you hear it, CJ?
I can hear it.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Ooh.
Now I can smell it.
Look at that beauty. Look at it. You see that? Lobster is so simple, so easy. Just a little bit of salt and pepper and that butter. Some of that blackening season did get on there. Let's bring this over to our plate. Now we'll do our first plate just as if it was like a shareable appetizer. So we're gonna kind of let those tails sneak in together. Remember, height is always visually pleasing. So let those tails kind of ride up like that and give ourselves some height. We'll go just like that. So what we're left with is just really, really gorgeous. Now we have that pineapple, what do I call it, a pico? Pineapple pico? Get some, oh, can you, CJ, look in here. There's a little bit more liquid than there was. As those ingredients start to marinate together, some of the liquid from the pineapple comes out, which kind of is like a sauce. So don't you dare get rid of it. We're gonna go over the top. Right over the top, let it kind of cascade and fall where it falls. Don't worry about placing it in the right spot, just let it go. Let it go. Dang it, CJ, when you're here.
I do not sing Frozen on my sound.
Oh, yes you do.
I sing Mulan.
Boom, look at that. So simple, so easy. But wait, there's more.
Jeez, dude.
I know. It's you. It's you. I'm gonna grab my monkfish. Now, again, this is a very, actually you can see it. Most fish would kind of fall apart, right? See how firm it is? This is why they call it poor man's lobster, because it does have a great texture to it. But what I want to do is I want to kind of elevate this a little bit more. So we're gonna take a very nice sharp knife and let's do really thin slices. We're gonna create shingles. So real beautiful, be gentle with it so we hold it together, come on. Oh yeah. And again, this is one of those things, if you've never had monkfish, I highly suggest you go for it, you give it a try, because it's stunning. Plus it's fun to try new things. That blackening seasoning is great.
Is it really?
It is. Frage.
Trying new things always
beautiful.
leads to the possibility of a giant letdown.
That's true. You know, there was a first time you tried pizza, bud.
No, there wasn't. Nope.
Okay. Actually, that looks good for plating. This last little chunk right here, that can be full chef. Leave that there. All right, let's slide this over, and let's grab our other plate. Now that blackening season is fun for two reasons. One, the flavor is really fantastic, but the color is stunning. Let's start, I'm gonna start with these big beauties. We'll go here. Kind of just let them sit on top of each other. What did I call it a minute ago? Shingles?
Yes.
Shingles of monkfish.
Which is another unsettling term.
No, it's not. No, actually, I want these bigger pieces. I think they're prettier. I'm gonna go with this last little chunk here. Whew, it's warm. Almost like it just came off the griddle. Gorgeous. Almost looks like octopus. CJ, you actually tried octopus in Vegas, what, a year or two ago? Yeah. Didn't you?
No, I did some kind of...
It was on the table.
Salmon.
It was on the table. You didn't want to try it?
Yeah, I did not want to try it.
All right, check this out. Now, same exact plate presentation. I'm gonna go right over the top. Let's go right, let's kind of mohawk it right down the middle. Oh, there's 2 peppers on that spot. Separate those peppers. Mohawk it right down the middle. Again, let some of that liquid fall off. It becomes a sauce. Oh, a little more pepper right there.
All right, this does not smell appetizing. However, I will say, this looks beautiful.
Thank you. Look at that. 2 glorious appetizers. Very, very simple. I mean, how many ingredients were in that little pico? Pineapple, red onion, garlic, cilantro. Easy, easy, easy stuff. Salt and pepper on the lobster. It doesn't take a ton. What do I say? Delicious doesn't have to be difficult. Speaking of delicious, let's get into this. Ooh, like butter, so good. A little bit of that pineapple, a little bit of that jalapeno on there.
You mean jalapeno? Or jalapeno?
That too. The fresh acidity of the pineapple with that blackened, delicious, savory monkfish, well, through the roof. So, so good. I feel like I'm on the beach right now. Need a margarita, need to hang out. We can't forget about our lobster. Now this one is a little bit more hands-on, if you will. Let's see if we can get our fork in there. You know what? We're gonna manhandle it. Okay. Here we go. Let's get that beautiful meat out of this. Part of the fun of lobster anyway. I feel like shrimp, lobster, crab. You just want to get in. Oh my goodness. CJ, that doesn't make you at all excited?
No.
Not in the least?
No.
Man, you're nuts. You are insane.
Plus there's not like a giant bath of butter around for it to like
oh no, there's
good in.
Pineapple and lime juice? Come on. Let me get some of that pineapple in there. I'm a mess now, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Perfection. Nothing else to say. That little bit of heat from the jalapeno, boom, boom, so good. CJ, you're really not gonna try it?
Nope. I would hate to take it away. Yeah, actually, I'm stuffed. I had tons of fish earlier. Couldn't have another bite. I didn't even wanted to.
For everyone else at home who enjoys deliciousness, this is the same technique, 2 different styles of fish. Beautiful dish.
Wow. Okay.
Ugh. But it is beautiful, and it's a delicious fish dish. Delicious fish dish. Monkfish is really, really fun. Use that technique on any other fish that you like. You can do tilapia or catfish if you wanted to, or salmon, whatever other fish you wanted. That blackened seasoning is really, really fun. The pico on the lobster and on the fish, home run every single time. And it's fresh, light, and really, really wonderful. I need to be done so I can just hammer the rest of this plate. Be sure to click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon. That way every time we post a show, any of our shows get posted to the channel, you will get a email notification. What else? Is there anything else?
That's it, dude.
Is that just you trying it?
Nah, dude.
I'm Chef Nathan Lippy. This is Cook, Eat, Repeat, and I will see you guys in the next video.